and welcome back to the new Digimon Partner Creation series. Last week we did Naruto. Just so you know, while I am taking the requests and everything like that, the month's requests or the month's videos for this series have been all filled out for the month. So there will be none. If you're asking, why aren't you doing my requests? Well, it's because I've already set the videos for the month. The same for the Quirk series. I'll probably remind people of that, the Quirk series. So, we already did Naruto. Let's do another main anime protagonist. That would be, what is Goku's Digimon partner? Goku was a fun one to do, because there's a lot of different, not a lot of different avenues, but there's very unique avenues you'd want to go with Goku. Now, someone brought up in the comments last week for Naruto, and it does bear repeating. Remember that a Digimon's personality, is not like uniform across the entire species. Tai's Agumon is not the same as, I don't remember 5th season's character's Agumon name, but his Agumon. They're not the same Agumons. We've met different Gabumons before. We've met different Biomons. Yeah, Sora's appears a Biomon in that series too. Sora's Biomon's not the same as Season 5's Biomon. So their personalities are not the same. So it doesn't really matter which Mon you use for their starter or their rookie form, because you can just make the argument that Digimon's personality fits with that character in some way. Either they help balance them out or they share a lot of interests. But thematically speaking, while most Digimon don't carry a lot of themes over from their actual partners, save for Bonds of Courage and Bonds of Friendship Agumon, but that was a very unique case. That's not to say you still wouldn't want to do something that could be thematic with them. So just keep those in mind. So when looking at Goku, we know he is a martial artist. We know he likes to fight. In fact, it's not Davis. That's great. I'm going to find Season 5's, Digimon Season 5. I believe it's Digimon Data Squad. Digimon Data Squad. I'm going to find that, that character's name. Okay, Marcus. That was it, Marcus. Marcus was like that actually with Agumon. Both actually were, he just liked to fight with his fists, and Agumon kind of had the same, personality to go along with that. He enjoyed a good scrap too. I imagine you would look at something like that for Goku. Now, also keep in mind that his rookie, he could be with Goku since he was a kid, or he could be with him as an adult. Either way, we'd be looking at some sort of Mon that enjoys a decent amount of combat. So with that said, I immediately came to think of Son Goku and, the Monkey King. And I'm like, okay, I know there's a rookie monkey Digimon, and that's Monmon. Monmon is a rookie monkey Digimon. He's just a little caveman Digimon with this little slingshot on his back. Honestly, I like this as a representation, at least of Kid Goku, because Kid Goku was this little monkey boy. He was this almost wild child monkey boy who lived off the land. And the slingshot could be reminiscent of Power Pole. We'll be getting some more representation of that later on. But I still like this. Plus, Monmon's a main attack. It doesn't really mix with, let's say, the Kamehameha or anything like that. However, his main attack still utilizes his slingshot. It is Mischievous Hoop. Throws a hoop at the opponent's legs to ensnare them and cause them to fall over. Or Swing Swing, which is a shooting attack that boosts with a boast of infallible accuracy. Okay, yeah, so none of the attacks really mix, but I felt like this was a no-brainer in terms of the rookie you could put. Yeah, I went with kind of the obvious option. I admit that. Thinking outside the box, I could have gone maybe a few other ways, but I definitely wanted something that would have been a fighting type Mon that he could spar with, even as he got older. And speaking of even as he gets older, the champion form of his partner Monmon, well, if we're sticking with the ape idea, you got to go with Apemon. Apemon I actually like a lot more. I knew that Apemon was going to be the champion when I was doing Goku. It is an ape. It's described actually as a golden ape, which goes with the whole Super Saiyan. It's even got Super Saiyan-like hair to it, especially on the back end there. And it wields this bone club that is very, again, reminiscent of, say, the Power Pole. There have been many sightings that report in the Central Asian area of the network. Evidence proving its existence has not yet been found. It's extremely rare, apparently. It's been treated as a Phantom Digimon by a group of people due to its exceptional skill at repelling malicious computer viruses and similar entities. So it is a fighter for good. It is a vaccine type. It's a champion level. It's part of the Nightmare Soldiers, Virus Busters, and Nature Spirits class. Its signature moves include Angry Spike, hardens its metallic fur to shoot them and shoots them out at individuals. Magical Monkey Punch. Basically, it's just a seriously hard, powerful punch. Probably has some energy driven into it. Bone Strike attacks with a hard bone club. And Mega Bone Stick, which again attacks with a hard bone club. But I digress. So can I get this in Cyber or Hackers Memory? No, I can't get that. 8mon's not available. I like 8mon. 8mon's got a nice design. This is a really clean looking champion Digimon right there. But again, symbolically, it works. As you're getting stronger, you grow, you change. And this is very evident with, if this were like an ultimate level Digimon, which I could still theoretically believe ultimate, this would definitely work more towards the Super Saiyan. But that is not the ultimate we have to go with. With the ultimate we have to go with, if anyone actually knows Digimon well enough, especially with the later years of what they've created, how they've created it, well then you'll know that there is actually a Digimon out there that is pretty much the Monkey Frickin' King. Like hands down, it is the Monkey King. It looks a bit more like Enma, but its name, believe it or not, is Gokuwmon. Goku with a W and then Mon. And that is Gokuwmon right there. That is a ultimate Digimon right there. It's white. It has white fur. It's wielding the staff like the Power Pole. It is very much a martial artist type Digimon. It's a Beastman Digimon. It was born from within the boiling magma of a boot volcano and pursued strength and extracted molding data from numerous databases, becoming a combat Digimon that awakened to the combat instinct it was born with. Very Saiyan-like right there. Although it's journeying across the digital world to challenge former opponents and satiate the craving engraved in its heart, if it encounters an opponent that it judges to be strong, it will insolently request the battle regardless of the situation. However, due to the kinkoji, which is placed on his head, or the headband, by Sanzomon, when it was born, its head it will be constricted and it will pass out if it swears to excess. So it reluctantly observes decorum. It's proficient in a large number of martial arts and magical arts, since the staff in its hand is extensible. What the hell? Did someone mean to write extendable? I don't believe that's how you write extendable, but maybe I'm wrong. Extendable, and it can inflict strikes on an opponent that are from far away, and is also an all-purpose weapon that can fire lightning cannon while connected, and fires lightning bolts as pistols when it splits in two. He has three key techniques to him. He has four technically. The Kinto gathers clouds and flies to the sky at high speeds, the flying frickin' Nimbus. Super electrified lightning cannon amplifies and fires the energy from his staff. Lightning speed attack pierces with the staff into the ground and extends it to the thundercloud to the sky that accumulates the thunder energy within itself and rams the opponent like a bolt of thunder. And then finally, secret technique, Waking Shadow. Deftly handles his staff and makes the sport of the enemy with his acrobatic movements, unleashing an attack of after images that look like the opponent is attacked by a horde of this Digimon. So yeah, this is like the true. This is Goku as a Digimon right here. Let's be fair. It's the Monkey King as Digimon, but this is as close to Goku as a Digimon as you would get, period, end of story. And this would fit perfectly with Goku, who wants to train and fight, and when he Digivolves the ultimate form, they would want to just keep going at each other. So this would make complete sense for this guy, for Goku, of all people. Now, I ran into a problem beyond this. There is no real there is no Monkey Mega out there. And the next form of Gokuwmon is with a combined Digivolution between this Digimon, Chohakamon, Sanzomon, and Shawarjamon, turns into basically this heavenly goddess, Shakamon. And that didn't work with Goku. I mean, you could make an argument because he did ascend to the level of the gods that could work, but I didn't feel like that worked or meshed with Goku. Now, luckily though, with Digimon, we can definitely go outside the norm. As long as you can kind of argue it, they can turn into whatever Digivolution they really want to. And so I came up with two alternatives here. One is another Royal Knight, similar to what we had with Naruto back there in the original one, and that is Gokuwmon. Gokuwmon is one of the Royal Knights, and he's considered, I believe, I don't think he's definitely not the most powerful, but he is he is a knight that values training, values strong opponents, and he has an aura that is technically a sentient being in its own right that protects him. I can't remember if it's an actual Digimon. It's not really a Digimon, but it kind of used to be, and it's like possessed him. So it is the only real humanoid looking one of the Royal Knights. So all the other Royal Knights have either like a cybernetic motif like Airdramon or Craniumon, or some sort of animalistic or draconic like design, like any of the Dorogreymon, Magnemon has a robotic-esque dragon design. I mean, they're all but there is no Digimon, because some Digimon do look close to human. They just have things that keep them from looking human, like an Angemon and Angelwomon. They do look human, but they have angel wings. Or Sylphmon is another example of that. So Gokuwmon is very much a humanoid-looking Digimon. So that is one avenue I felt like this could go in terms of the devolution. However, there is a side evolution that when looking through the megas that exist right now, I did like in concept. There would be some tweaks needed, but in concept I like it. And that is a Digimon known as, one second, I'm just going to get the Digimon up here so I have reference to it. It is more from a aesthetic appeal rather than a like legitimate a legitimate reason. But that is the Digimon known as Razelmon. Now, Razelmon is an orphan, known as the Orphan Digimon. It was once appointed to the same rank as Ophanimon and possessed the mysterious power to foresee everything in the world. Will you stop ads? Everything in the world from the Kurna, or God's domain. It's said that it knows all the events throughout the digital world and gained a divine amount of knowledge with that power. It has two main abilities. Knowledge Stream freely combines the 5 elements for the magical circles on both its arms and releases enormous energy. Or Sefer Rezel brings about any kind of miracle to exterminate the adversary. Even Rezel itself doesn't know what will happen. Now, this is a bit more of an aesthetic appeal because I did want something that kind of still worked towards the same nature. But as I said, there is no real monkey-based Digimon or ape-based Digimon. However, I saw this, I'm like, okay, well, there's definitely some connection here. You would have to warp you'd have to have a warped version of this where A, it's a male-based Digimon, and B, you'd have to have maybe a bit more fur than what you're seeing here, but there's definitely fur here. But the idea that it was an orphan and it was pointed to the same rank as Ophanimon does kind of go with the idea that Goku was seen as an equal in some ways to the gods. And that Goku has gained divine knowledge over the years and divine power through training and hard work. So it can work in this regard. It's not the best one I could think of, but I liked Gokuwmon, and I thought this was at least a fun idea for maybe like a split Digivolution line. The first 3 I definitely would keep. I think it just makes sense. The other 2, though, I think are interchangeable or replaceable. You could maybe do something different with those megas. But I leave it up to you guys at home. Let me know. Did you like this Digimon Partners episode for Goku? Would you agree with this lineup, or would you do something different? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.